Gotta love live TV. Hey, welcome to Trinidad, Colorado. We're live on Main Street at the Malaria Murphy Funeral Home. We're doing the Trigger TV, and you gotta love it. We had some technical difficulties, so we started a little bit late.
Folks.
But you know, that's just the way it goes. Bobby, how's the week going? And who do we have sitting here and standing here with us today?
You know what we got is my buddy in the announcer's booth. We got Alex Olguin, which does all the music, which he does a great job. You know, his job in the business of baseball has probably got to be the hardest in my mind in the announcer's booth. And we also have Emily Olguin, which, you know, without her, you know, a lot of things ain't possible. But what I want to get into, folks, is I want to let them tell their sides of the story. So first of all, I'm going to introduce Alex. And Alex, what do you do for the Triggers?
I am the DJ for Trinidad Triggers, past 2 years.
And DJ means what? What is entitled DJ?
I play the music between the innings, and I play the music for the guys when they walk up to bat.
So their walkout songs are very important to them. You know, I mean, people might not understand this, but walkout songs to a baseball player is really important, folks. But I also want to say this. You know, we got a little thing going on down there, little foul ball sign that does, what does it go? I mean, I can't even explain it. But, there it goes.
Yeah,
but.
right.
Folks, everyone looks up because, you know, foul balls have caused injuries at our park before. And But I know that Alex does one thing, you know, and it's not just at the game. It's more of a full-time thing when the baseball is going on. And people calling you till what time of the night? Why don't you give us a little about that?
About 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, people are still calling. Well, players are still calling me to change their walkout songs, to add other walkout songs.
Now, I know this, Alex. You do this very professionally. You take it real serious. You know, some players got 3 walkout songs that are different. So you got to constantly be changing the computer, you know. And, folks, what you don't realize is that when I'm talking, you know, I don't worry about the music and I don't worry about the scoreboard. And what I do is I got to talk. Now, if you got someone behind you that actually turns the volume down and does what he does. Now, remember this, folks. He's had people replace him. He's had, you know, family business to take care of. And it's really hard. So when you guys are down there and you see the music and you hear the music and you see what this guy does, there's a lot more folks involved than just saying, here's the deal, and hitting a space bar or play. You know, I've tried to fill in for you and not doing it again, you know. I'm sticking to the announcing scoreboard with Bill.
The music starts before the game. You get the people rocking. We've got Elmo down there. We've got Emily even dancing down there. We got everybody getting pumped up before the game. And then, you know, you guys are also host families.
Yep.
So, you know, give us the behind the baseball after the 9:30, after the bad pitching, because you're a host family of the Chris Tuttle.
Yep.
What's it like? You got how many children? 2?
Yes, we have 2 children at home, and Chris interacts with them pretty often. He'll sit upstairs and play video games with Jacob until midnight. He'll run around and help Juliet get strawberry milk in her sippy cup. Right.
So you've taken in this guy that's, you know, you knew him from last year because you did the same thing. Excuse me. So how is the interaction? I mean, he's just kind of fit into the family. How is it like a host family? Because you host families are important to the community. We couldn't do this without you.
Yeah, he pretty much just fits right in. We got to know him last year a little bit. He would come over to the house and we would just hang out before the games, and this year we felt we were more comfortable to go ahead and host him.
That's great. That's great.
It feels like like your brother that hasn't been around for a couple of years, and you're just having him stay over for a couple months.
And that's great. And you know, Alex, you really get us rocking when we get there. I know when I get off work and I get there at 5:30. I mean, I come driving up and the music's rocking. We got Elmo dancing, and we got Emily over here with the camera taking pictures.
Right.
And then Emily, you do the on-field announcing with me. Mm-hmm. And you pass it to me, but do you do the on-field announcing? You do a lot of different things for the Triggers. Tell us a little bit what you do. And this shirt you have on is a new product that we have.
Yeah, actually this shirt was made by Mishka Martin, and a few of us
had them personalized.
Right.
They actually have our name on the back with a heart baseball, and it's all in rhinestones. We thought it would be an extra little something to make us stand out at the games. And well, what I do, I kind of have a title, but kind of don't. I'm the PR coordinator and the operations coordinator, and I also assist Kim with whatever she needs.
Right.
I try to keep her as organized as possible so she doesn't have to worry about any of the little things She just has to worry about the big picture and making sure those boys are playing good.
Right, and as the director of business operations, I mean, we're bringing economic development here, so you're a very integral part of that little operation. So thank you very much. And as being a host family, thanks for the community. And man, I love your music. It is great.
You know,
now,
one thing.
Now I love Frank's Florio's song coming out. What is
Frankie? See in the
Frankie?
shower.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
the best song.
Drives me
I
nuts.
hear that song all the time now.
Yes.
And so when I saw Frank at Phil Long, our sponsor, the other day, I just laughed because that was the first thing that came to my head was Frankie.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm at the announcer's booth, and I got Alex with me all the time, you know, and what's cool about Alex is that, you know, as far as announcer goes, the pressure of the game is not really what you worry about, but the thing is, players really take to heart their names, pronounced right, and their walkout songs. So what I gotta say is that, you know, I can look at Alex, you know, as far as him turning down the volume, you know, you got somebody in there when you're talking, he does it just to the T. But I also get to hear the inside story because who talks to more of the players when they're walkout songs? So Alex does a great part of that. And as far as Emily goes, we couldn't do it without her or Kim. But what I'd like to ask is, you know, I want to get the inside. You know, you get to live with a player, which is right now one of the top of the league pitchers doing dynamite. You know, we lost Tony Smith, and we'll get into that a little later. But I want to know from your perspective, you know, how do you, intimate-wise with the players you go, you know, I know it's their songs, but you also do a lot of spending time with the players to get to know them, right?
Yeah. When I first, before the first game starts, when it's still preseason, I'm walking up to these players and I'm already starting to try to get them to give me a walkout song, if they're going to make it or not, just for I can get to talk to these guys, find out their names, find out kind of what they look like, and then get a feel, because if they give me a song and then I'm like, that doesn't, you know, go with your vibe, the type of person that you are. Let's go with something different, and then we sit there and change it and all that good stuff. So.
Well, I know Alex. They'll come up to the announcer's booth and they'll say, "Alex, I gotta, you know, we don't have Wi-Fi down there, so you get, you know, it takes a little bit to get on there. And, oh, I need this song, and I want the instrumental on this song, and I want this." But I know that the fact is they know in their hearts just as much as they trust in their coach, that as far as the music goes, you are there for them, and it doesn't matter if you spend the game and 3 hours after, you really do a good job for them, and I know that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and so I would like to say this, you know, you live with Chris Tuttle.
Yep.
He lives with you, I should say. You get the inside scoops of what's going on, and I'm a little envious because I don't have a player in my house, but it must be nice when they come home and you know the first thing that went on during the game, you know the insights, if it was a good game pitching, batting, what happened after the game, if there was someone ejected. I'm sure you get to hear the inside of all that.
I do.
So I want you to fill us in. I mean, not exactly what takes place, but what is the experience of doing that?
It's kind of cool because on one side I get to know what songs I get to go ahead and erase off my computer if I don't need them anymore, or the names of the songs. On the other side, you know, depending on the player that it is, either if they got in trouble or they were kicked off the team or something like that, you know, you could call them up and be like, "Oh my God, dude, what happened?"
Sure.
You know, you get to know before the next game starts and they're just not there.
Right.
So.
Well, I know in the announcer's booth I couldn't do without you. You know, I would. We kind of have a little family up there. You know, we have our good times, we have our bad times. You know, we get a little pissed off, we get a little upset. And to me as an announcer, you know, I'm up there. You're telling me, Bobby, calm down.
Well, you have your announcer booth up there, but we're down on the field.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're talking on this microphone down here,
I mean,
and it's getting cut
like
out all the time. But, Emily, I want to ask you, what have we got coming up? I know we have, today is Saturday, tomorrow's Father's Day. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with Trinidad Triggers tomorrow at 2:05's first pitch. But what's going on tomorrow on Father's Day?
Well, tomorrow we have the Father's Day game, and we're doing a little bit something special in the beginning. Between 1:20 and 1:40, you can come and play ball, play catch with your child.
Oh, great.
So fathers, come out, come bring your kid, play catch, have a little fun before the game.
And what time's that going to start?
At 1:20 to 1:40.
Okay.
And then the first pitch is at 2:05.
Okay.
And then also we're having Shirt Off Your Back Day on
Yeah, I'd like to
Sunday.
hear about this. So
Shirt Off
explain
Your
that
Back
to me.
Day. We had 4 sponsors come in: Red Wing Electric, Sangre de Cristo Hospice, Hometown Pharmacy, and the Trinidad Cancer Alliance, and they gave us donations so we can get special jerseys made for these players from Imprinted Sportswear Shop in Pueblo.
Right. I talked to Kim yesterday. She was up there getting these shirts, and I saw a picture of it on your favorite medium, which is Facebook. And because you post a lot of everything. So
I
you
designed the
shirts,
and I sent them up to Imprinted Sportswear Shop, and we kind of tweaked them a little bit so that everybody was happy. We got all the sponsors on there. The actual players are getting dry fit jerseys with their number on the back, and those will be auctioned off to the highest bidder after the game. We'll have silent auctions through the game, and then it'll be given to the highest bidder at the end of the game. So
and they're great looking jerseys.
So if you have your favorite player out there, go and bid.
Now, my question to you is, now the money that's made from the proceeds from the shirts, where does that go?
The money's going to go straight to the travel fund. The travel fund for the guys. So it'll go to the booster club, and then we'll disperse it out to the team as they go on their travels.
Now, my question to you is, when it comes to travel fund and what's going on, people don't understand out there, these people go sometimes 5-6 hour drives, if not longer, and they got to stay in hotels, they got to eat. Kind of explain to me what the Booster Club does for the travel fund.
Well, what we try to do is we combine all of the different areas that are giving us donations, like the cotton candy sales, the bracelet sales, now the t-shirts, the snow cones, the t-shirt auction now, and then we'll give the coach the money, and he'll use that to provide the guys lunch, meals, in case any incidentals, in case somebody needs a toothbrush, anything little like that, or pretty much just go to Safeway, go to Walmart, buy them cereal and milk and things they can eat so that they're healthy and ready to play. And that's the only thing they have to worry about.
And how we do this, community, is to come out to the game and buy that $1 bottle of water or that $3 adult beverage or the cotton candy or the shirts or this new shirt that we're going to be able to on www.trinidadtriggers.com. Are you going to be able to get this shirt for all the ladies? I know they can buy hats and jerseys. And this money that we collect at or acquire at the field all goes to this booster club, which I find fascinating. Kim's the ultimate team mom, and you are the ultimate team mom too, which is very fascinating. But it takes a lot of money from the community. I mean, these players only get $50 a week. Yes, they have families back wherever they come from, but they stay with these host families who spend their electricity, their food, their time, their washer and dryer. I mean, there are a lot of things that normal people spend that y'all spend twice. And it's very difficult. And we thank you very much for it. But again, this weekend we're going to have these shirts that you designed, that's very awesome. So they're yellow like this,
they're yellow.
And they say Trinidad Triggers, and then they
say
have
Trinidad Triggers Happy Father's Day 2013.
Okay, so the Happy Father's Day game is going to go at 2:05's the first pitch. We'll have Alex on the music. Emily taking pictures, which if you go to the TrinidadTriggers.com, you can see all of Emily's pictures,
which are phenomenal. You know what's awesome about being at the and I took a break announcing, and I actually the guy
I almost got hit with a foul ball. I saw you duck, but I don't know. But didn't the general manager Alex? I mean, didn't JD get hit as Bobby was ducking? And we commented about that in the press box. But we
the scary thing about that is, I have a stepdaughter that's a bat girl, and your son is also a bat boy.
Right.
And here's the crazy thing, just walking in, folks. What I wanted to do was take a break, and I have a guy that runs the scoreboard, Brian Falsetto, and Bill does it too, and As a person for the Triggers, I try to give them time too, So I wanted to get in the dugout. I'm not going to lie, I wanted to get in there, but damn near got my head took off by a foul ball. And I think about the girls and your kid and out there. They got to really be careful. Those balls, being pitched at 90 coming off the bat, you're probably looking at 140, 150. There's no time to get out of the way.
Yeah,
which is scary. I heard him yell up from the announcer's booth, because we're like a family up there, It's something we've done for 2 years together. And, Alex, before we get you guys off, I'd like to say one thing. You don't just do the baseball, right? You do a lot of things. Why don't you give us a detail of what you do as far as DJing through the community?
Tell us about your side business.
Yeah, tell me about your side.
I do weddings. I do
family reunions.
Yeah, reunions, graduations, birthdays.
What do you do? You
anniversaries.
do all the
What starts with a
DJ?
W? Weddings, because we got wedding
Weddings.
coming up. I'm not going to get no names, but we'd like to do a reception.
I DJ for all these.
Okay. You were at Bricks
All
last night.
occasions.
You were at Bricks last
I
night.
did Bricks last night.
We
Right.
do the prom.
I do prom and homecoming every year.
Okay. And now, how do people who want to use your services get a hold of you, Alex?
Just give me a call.
At where?
719-859-1222.
Okay, 8719-859.
1222.
1222. You can get a hold of Alex Olguin
Yep.
for DJ services, and you do a million of things. And
Everything.
you know, you were a cheerleader, and I confess I was a cheerleader in high school and college. But what else do you
Wow.
do for a living?
Never heard that
Well,
one.
I have a full-time job. I work at COG. I do accounts receivable there, eight hours a day,
There you
7
go.
days a week, or 5 days a week, sorry. And then I also run the City of Trinidad Cheerleading, which is a youth group, 3rd through 6th graders, that
Right.
I founded and I'm the head coach for.
Right.
It's all funded by fundraising. We don't have any profit coming in, any revenue
Nonprofit
coming in
organization.
Right.
from the city. It's all me. I fundraise everything to run the whole program.
Okay.
And then
Didn't you do Trigger Camp last year for the girls?
I did a dance camp last year for the
Which is-
Triggers.
And in your spare time, you sleep?
Not really.
Is
My
that right?
spare time.
Your spare time, you.
My spare time, I do photography. I
Exactly.
make flyers for the Triggers all night.
Right.
I Facebook and PR all day. All
You know,
night.
I thought
that
Kim
flyer?
could turn a 24-hour day to 32 hours. I think you could do 33 hours. It
like
is
to turn it
amazing
into 42
how
hours.
women are multitaskers and men aren't. But that's just the way it goes.
And before we
So-
get off with them real quick,
Yes.
I want to do one more thing. I want to bring in your kid, which is also a bat boy and a ball shagger.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to hear his little input. So why don't you come up here, Jacob?
Jacob, I believe he's
Come on.
been a caller
Why
before,
don't you
too.
come up here and stand right
Have
here?
you called Trigger TV
look
before?
in that camera.
Yes, you have.
Now, I want to have a question for you. You know, what do you do at the game? You know, I see you all the time, and I want to get into the 25 Reese's peanut butter cups you ate, but I know that was a little bit. But what do you do, and what do you enjoy at the baseball game?
Well, I'm a ball shagger and a bat boy for the Triggers. Like if there's a foul ball or something, I go around and try to get it before any other kid gets it. But
And what do you get when you get that foul ball?
there's a lollipop or something.
Hey, a lollipop. So on top of the 25 Reese's you
Right.
eat under a bet, you get
No,
lollipops.
I want to hear about this. He had a bet
Yeah, he
with
said a bet.
with one of the producers from this
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Let's
We'll
leave
just
it
call
at
him
that.
Beetlejuice. And the bet was that you couldn't eat 10 bags of flaming
Hot
Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos.
Did you
win
do that?
that
I
bet?
want to know if you won that bet or not.
I only ate 5.
You only ate five.
Okay, now, why is that?
My mouth is burning.
Oh, it was.
Okay, so his mouth's
It
burning, but
was.
the second-
So Beetlejuice, you really ought to be.
The second night, it was 25 Reese's peanut butter cups, and I was actually at the
24
night.
and a big cup.
So I sat down next to you, and I remember the words out of your mouth as you looked at me as you were turning green. You said to me, you said, Bobby, would you like one of these Reese's? And after looking at your face, first of all, the last thing I wanted to do was eat a Reese's. But, you know, you're a big involvement down there. Now, as far as your life goes, is baseball a big thing in your life?
Well, baseball is my favorite sport.
And you get to sit there with one of the best pitchers in the league, and you get the inside story. I heard you play video games with him. Is that pretty fun?
Mm-hmm.
And you play on a team.
You know, you plays on a
He
team.
even plays video games with Frank, Florio, and
So you're a pretty big deal with the players. And now my biggest question to you is this, and I want every kid out there to remember, if you would like to be involved with this baseball team, you can come down, sign up. You could be part of a ball shagger. You know, I don't know about, you know, they got lined up with the bat girls and bat boys, but I will say this, there's always another year. But look at this guy here. He comes out every game. He runs around. He has fun. I want to know overall, if you had a choice to stay home or go do to the pool or do things, would you rather be at the Triggers game?
Yeah, because it's really fun and you don't know what friend is going to be there or something.
It's cool. So it's kind of exciting to see what's going to be there. I know this. You know, I see it. Your dad's a great guy. Your mom's a great guy. And we spend a lot of time at the baseball park. So what we want is one word from you to tell all your friends out there. I want you to tell everybody why you want them to come to the baseball game.
Well, if you guys come to the baseball game, it will like help the community because the Triggers will get more money to like spend while they're on their trips and all that.
And is it fun?
Mm-hmm.
I know you have fun.
Oh,
Well,
Jacob.
25 Reese's Pieces cups.
Yeah.
Folks, I don't recommend that to nobody, but I will say this. If the kid could do it, he could.
Jacob
But-
Olguin, thank you very much for your time. Alex Olguin, thank you. Emily Olguin, we'll see you on the field tomorrow at about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock for the fishing at 1:20.
No, that's not tomorrow.
Sunday.
Playing
catch with your
Catch.
dad tomorrow on Father's
1:40.
Day. We're going to go and earn some money for Trigger TV. So we'll be back in 2 and 2.
2 and 2, folks.
Hey, we're on live. Welcome back to Trigger TV, live on Main Street in Trinidad, America, or Trinidad, Colorado, for you Trinidadians. We're here with my co-host Bobby Waln, and Bobby, we had our best picture, and which is the Anthony Smith, which is the essence of the independent professional league, is these players' aspirations to move up. So we had scouts here a couple of weeks ago. They watched Anthony pitch phenomenal games, and so they finally grabbed him. He went to the El Paso Diablos in the American Association. What does that do to the dynamics of the team?
Well, you know, folks, what I want to say is, first of all, what these players strive to do, what most people don't understand is that, you know, you make it to, this is professional baseball, folks, so you got to understand that. But to make it here, if it's bottom rung or not, you know, all I know is down-to-earth baseball. But we had a phenomenal pitcher. He just did such a great job of leading the whole league. Not just our team, leading the whole league, but he got his call. And, you know, folks, what you don't seem to understand is when you got a good player on your team, when you're running down at the end of the barrel, you're going to get people called up. They're doing good. You know, we're in first place, folks. And, you know, that's pretty amazing as it is.
It is.
Tony is just a great guy. He's down there early for pitching practice. He's a great hitter, by the way. I think he was batting...
great sense of humor.
Yeah, but he was batting on 400. But, folks, you know, he got called up. But what you got to realize is that that's part of being where we're at in baseball. We strive to see these players go up. It hurts us as a team, but he made it, you know, folks. And then that is just right there as a reason to give a great round.
Exactly. And the equivalent, if you want to put it A-League, Double-A League, Major Leagues, you know, baseball, the equivalent of the independent professional baseball league is he jumped from here to Double-A level with the El Paso Diablos. And I hope we wish him well. We wish him well. We've got a replacement coming in from the player who was heard from the Anaheim Angels, who is in rehab, but he's still throwing good. He's going to pick up his Anthony starting a rotation, which is good, but we're good. But community, we are 9-3 at home.
At home.
We are 19-10. We are up by 3 games over Las Vegas Train Robbers,
which we played
who we just lost 2 close games with for different reasons, but we're still 3 games up. We're almost halfway through the season. We have a really good chance. We've got 7 of the top 9 starters batting over 300. We're an offensive team. We have great pitching with Chris Tuttle now. We got Dylan Porter coming in and doing a thing. We've got a new pitcher coming in that's going to replace Tony. We got John Sully Sullivan finally pitched.
Yeah, he
a
pitched
1 inning.
I heard he pitched it, but I talked to him. I had a chance to talk to him in the field, and he was throwing. He was a little frustrated because you got to remember, folks, when your hands hurt, you're throwing curveballs, split fingers, fastballs, whatever you're throwing, it affects the bone that he broke on his hand, which is right here. Mm-hmm. But he was throwing hard, and I believe he's throwing upper 80s right now, and as being on the disabled for as long as he wished, which is also he's a pitching coach, but he's a phenomenal guy. He really boosts the team with enthusiasm, and I love him to death. He's just a cool guy. He plays beautiful music. But what we also got going is, I think right now our batting is just phenomenal.
Oh, we're hitting the ball.
We got one of the best infields in the team in the league. But what we also got, folks, is that you're going to realize that your good players are going to move up, and that's what they want, and we want in general. But folks, what you got to understand is that a lot of things are going to change this season, but we're wanting to see them escalate to the next level. So it hurts us in our heart, but I'll tell you what, folks, it's awesome for them. But I will say this: still in first place.
We're still in first place. And if you look at it, with the 8-team dynamic, we got 2 different divisions. We talked about this in one of the first shows, that we have 4 teams in each division. The top 2 teams from each division go to the playoffs. Well, we're right now up 3 games on the Las Vegas Train Robbers, who have a really good team.
And a good coach.
And a good coach, Casey Dill. We interviewed him.
Yeah.
We interviewed him another night on the field after a tough loss. And the Trinidad is just, we are a never quit, say die. There takes 20, you better get 27 outs against me.
Exactly.
Or you're going to lose the game. And I love that mentality.
And don't forget, folks, a lot of times you think the game's over. It could be 7th, 8th inning. There could be a point spread of 5 runs, 6 runs. What we don't want you to do is get out of there, folks, because you might miss a really dynamic game, because I know in the announcer's booth, we freak out. I got this guy here running the scoreboard, which is phenomenal because I won't do it.
And I'm technologically disadvantaged. So, and let me just say this, community. I mean, here's a minor beef. When you see the scoreboard out there and you see an error or a hit, it is my personal opinion as a coach, who I'm pretty tough. So don't be as the Las Vegas Train Robbers and Casey Dill. Every one of them stood up and said, "How could you give this guy an error?" You know what? It is what it is. But you know what? The official scorekeeping is a whole thing. That's Robert Schultz's job.
Which he does.
As I say, he does an excellent job. But having said that, we're just going to go back. But we have Johnny Sullivan back.
Yes.
We've got.
And by the way,
we've
folks,
got a doubleheader today against the Vegas.
Playing at Briggs Friday. John Sullivan, you got to get a chance. He's not just an awesome baseball player, but one hell of a guitar.
Father's Day, 2:05 first pitch.
Yes.
We're going to do that. We have a 3-game lead, which I find fascinating. But, here, folks, we have 7 of the top 9, 7 of the first 9 players that we start are all batting a 300.
So
they're going to hit the ball. They're going to hit the ball, which is really good.
Yes.
So we're going to take a short break, Bobby, and then we're going to come back, and I believe we're going to have a bone to pick.
Yeah.
And we'll do that. So we'll come back in 2 and 2. Thank you. Don't call. We'll be back on live. We have changed our hours, if you haven't noticed.
By the way, folks, if you before it was 2 to 3, but the problem we had there, folks, is that the games start on a Sunday at 2, and on Saturdays we have a game. It's just really hard for us to get down there and get everything lined up. And what we want is the team has batting practice at 2. So if we can't get in there, folks, before then, J.D. Drawdy's a coach and he's a manager. He wants them there. So we've changed our time from 12 to 1. So you guys want to call in, make sure you call in between 12 and 1 on Saturdays, 846-2282.
And thank you for joining Trigger TV. We are live on Main Street at Paula and Tama Murphy. They are just
phenomenal people.
Phenomenal people. And we did have an actual live audience today. Some friends of theirs, actually. Sherry Woods,
folks,
and
people were dying to get in.
Sherry Woods, her cousin,
in
and Stan Woods, and I'm gonna call both of them out on the TV because I worked with Stan back when I lived in Pueblo, and I just found out last week that Sherry is Paula's cousin. So they were here in live in audience watching, as your family was, and
fighting the people that are dying to come in here.
Exactly. So we are here from 12 to 1. Thank you for everything. We're gonna be back in 2 and 2.
Thanks, folks.
Hi, welcome back to, we're live on Trinidad, Trigger TV, the baseball live program that we changed. Normally at this time of day, we do the Bills beef. I'm gonna, I have a beef, but Bobby has a personal bone to pick, very personal. It's amazing that we're even doing this show today with this. And so, Bobby, I'm gonna turn it over to you and just sit back and let you go.
All right, folks. What I have with my bone today is, it is personal, and it is very, very heartwarming. It's for real. What I don't understand, in a small community, you got people that base their life on this community. They base their life on what goes on in this community. But what I don't understand is that you guys don't take life in this community very serious. You got people that are young age and getting hurt, and this one hits home with me. I'm not going to get into details what's going on, but what I want to know in my heart is, if we're a community, let's stand for one. Let's show this community that we're not a bunch of idiots and a bunch of floozies or a knockoff business in front or for commercial business or construction. But my point is this, folks. When you get hit in the heart at home, it really hurts. And I'm not going to get into details, but what I want you to know, folks, I love this community. I have to live here. And I really do have to live here. So my point is this, remember, when you make a decision in this town, if you make it on the split decision second that it takes down, it's gonna affect you for the rest of your life. And it's not just gonna affect you, it's gonna affect a lot of people around you. So my bone to pick with this town is, here's the deal. We're a small community, we're a tight community. Let's not let corruption, poverty, or situations that make a community do the decisions they do. I was affected last night, and I'm not even gonna get into it, but I will say this, I love this community, folks. So please, watch your kids, be involved in their lives, and show them you care. And I'm telling you right now, folks, the baseball game is a way to do it. It's a time for a family and a community to get together. I don't want Trinidad to be known for the problems they have. Every small community has a problem. This one hit me at home. So my last words to say at the end of the show is, please, folks, come out and enjoy the game. And before you make a decision in your life that's going to affect your life for life, think about it, folks, because you can't take it back. So I'm going to sign off with that, folks, saying, hey, think about your decisions in this community because it affects everybody, including myself.
Thank you, Bobby. And I know it's heartfelt. You have been through a lot. You've been at the hospital most of the night.
Yep.
And it's very gracious of you to be here. I tried to cancel the show all day long. You didn't want to do it. The game must go on. The show must go on, as
Always.
you said. But somebody very close to you is breathing today.
Yep.
And that's a good thing before Father's Day.
Day is tomorrow, guys.
It's tomorrow. So everybody that's a father, kiss your kids. First pitch, 2:05. Throw a pitch with your dad at 1:20. Gates open at 1 o'clock. It's $3 a head. Everybody under 5 gets in free. Come on. I mean, what would you rather do in Trinidad, America than be at Central Park watching your first place hometown Trinidad Triggers play a game?
And before I sign off, folks, I want to say one thing. I want to really thank two people. We have the baseball. We have the other show, which I want to get into. But, we're in the announcer's booth as far as the team goes, the family. We're a family event. And I want to give a big, big, big shout out to Tom and Paula Murphy. They deal with our crap every day. They got to go with the flow. And, here's the deal, folks. We do this to support the community. We don't do this because we're making, quote, quote, dollars. We do this because we love our community. So take that into fact, folks, that, we're not here to make millions. Obviously, the baseball players make $50 a week, but we're here to get our community involved. But I want one thing before I sign off, more than anything in the world, is, you know what, folks, we have a community. And a lot of people can't say that, and this is a small one. But you got to remember, every action you make in this town, they feel it. And so if there's one thing I can tell you, folks, hey, you don't want to feel the way I'm feeling, so do this. Bring your kids to the game, make it a family event, and let's go Triggers.
Go Triggers. All right. We'll be back next week, Saturday, 12 o'clock, Trinidad, Colorado, America time. So come on out. We'll still be in first place because we're going to win this weekend.
Yes.
Father's Day, 2:05 first pitch, 1:20 throw a pitch with your dad. Gates open at 1 o'clock, $3 a ticket. Bobby, thank you for sacrificing today. It meant a lot. You did big heart and you stepped to the plate. Just like baseball, you step up in life and you move on. Yeah. Thank you very much.
We'll be back next week. Call back. Here's the deal. We're on from 12 to 1. We had to do it change on the time because of the fact that it's too close to the baseball. They do batting practice at 2. We got to be there. So you want to call down here and talk to us live on Trigger TV. Right. You can call 846-2282. We appreciate it, folks. We want to hear your input. And I guess we're off, Bill.
We're off. We'll see you tomorrow at the baseball field.
Very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.